Hi, I'm Danica, and welcome to my studio, Pilates 804, in Richmond, Virginia. Today, I'll take you through a variation of the ballet stretches on my CenterLine Cadillac. So let's get moving. There are a lot of ways to do ballet stretches, but let's focus on the kneeling ballet stretches on the Cadillac using the fuzzies and the trapeze. To me, it's one of the more accessible ways because you don't necessarily have to be super flexible to get it done. So you're going to position the fuzzies just in front of your shoulders. And then if your shoulders are even more and more open and flexible, you could really get more underneath of them, right? And you'll feel free to adjust whenever you'll need to in this series because you probably will. I'm gonna take my hands through the fuzzies and then grab a hold of the top black strap and give a good pull down. That allows me to really engage and pull into my center. And that's what's so great about being able to use these fuzzies in this variation of ballet stretches. I'm gonna take one leg forward up and into the trapeze. Now, if this is already a good hamstring stretch for the leg and the trapeze, great. Let's start with some flexing and pointing then. And then even maybe a little foot circle just to get all the tissue moving and sliding around the shin and tibia and calf, okay? Now, here we are, pull down to keep a lift so you're not heavy on the knee that's still on the Cadillac. This actually really needs to be an opening through the front of the hip because the back of the hip is engaged. And then as we go forward, it's not a falling forward where I drop onto my sacrum. It's a pushing from the leg on the Cadillac to meet the pull that you have on the fuzzies to allow the front of the hip to open more. And then as you exhale, you can pull a contraction through your center and come back. And this right here is enough in the exercise. Notice that my elbows widen, and this is enough for a lot of people, right? Now, if we want to take it on to the next level, okay? This pull that I'm doing with the arms, as I start to press forward and the elbows open, I can start to take a turn in the wrist and turn it into a pushing up and out to find more of an open chest swan. And then as I exhale, pull it back together. Elbows come in, I narrow into my center, and I can pull it down into a little pistol squat or a little one-legged Russian squat, however you want to think about it. And then press down from the bottom leg up through and out. And then exhale, scoop back in, pulling back as far as you can stand it. But because you have the pull of your arms, you really get to control how much weight is coming down onto that leg on the Cadillac. And then coming up. Now, ballet stretches goes all the way around. So we're gonna turn to the side. And I'm gonna take my hand out of one fuzzy and come to the front. And now I'm gonna lean out just so you can see me, but what you really want is to try and find a squaring of the pelvis forward. Now I'm gonna come back more into my center, and again from the bottom leg, I'm gonna press out to get a good stretch through the inner thighs, and then pull back up. And yes, you can sit out into the hip to get a little bit of side bend and stretch as well. And one more pressing out. And exhale, come back up and in. And of course, you can take the pointing and flexing and circling of the foot as well. And then we're gonna take it around to the back. So I have to change hands into this front fuzzy, turn and let the back leg rotate, and here's the adjustment. I've gotta hop over just a little bit so I can get back into that other fuzzy, right? And then as I reach back, now I'm getting the stretch through the front of the hip and the leg that's in the trapeze, pulling up through the arms and shoulders. And I can push out and up, find that high swan in the upper back so that it's there to help lift me back up. And then pull your leg out of the trapeze and try this fun stability push-up to challenge the whole thing. I'm gonna crawl back just a little bit behind the fuzzies, and then I'm gonna slide them forward just a little bit more, okay? And I'm gonna start with that contraction and that curl back. That was your one-legged squat, now it's two. And then as I come forward, I'm going to press down through the shins, curl through the hips and pelvis, sneak my toes underneath of me, pull up into a plank line, and then push away in a push-up. I'm still pushing into the arms as I come back forward into the elbows bending. Place the knees down, and now I get to contract and pull back. One more, press up, articulating. Lift onto the toes, press down through the feet to come up, and then press away with the arms. Keep pushing through the arms. Heels may lift, they may not, it's up to you. Elbows bend, knees come down. And then just take an easy rest and an easy cat stretch. Let it wiggle and circle the shoulder blades on your back and shake out the energy through your arms because they will be tired after that set. Make sure you do your ballet stretches to the other side. You don't necessarily have to do the front and the side and the back facing, but whatever you do on your right leg, please do on your left leg.